I believe, was created as an institution to be an example of the kind of relationship God wants to have with man. Now, if you take that definition away, you take away something that we've been using for centuries to define the deepest part of our soul, the deepest part of our heart. Changing that definition, it means it's more difficult to explain to somebody, well, I'm trying to explain the relationship between a husband and a man, that's like God. Well, you mean like two men? No, not two men. That's confusing the issue now, not two women. The relationship between God and man, the relationship between man and woman is very, very similar. It was defined to be different. It was defined to be significant. Now, if you change the definition of that word, and it's not necessary. Honestly, if it was necessary to change
If you change it, what happens?
Then we don't have that anymore. We don't have
Why don't you have that?
Because the example's confused.
Who's confused? You're
next,
confused about males and females? You don't know male and male is different than male and female?
Well, once you bring homosexuality into it, does get confusing, doesn't it?
No.
Sure it does. It confuses the sexual issue.
What's confusing?
Because even the office of male versus female, which is scripturally defined, becomes ambivalent. It becomes mush.
What becomes mush?
Okay.
I don't know what becomes mush.
I understand that you don't. I do understand that.
You understand what?
That you don't understand what I'm saying. I believe that.
Yeah, because you're not saying it clearly.
What? What have I not said clearly?
How is marriage harmed? You say it confuses issue. What's confusing?
Well, you try to explain the difference between the
Explain
relation
to who?
To children, to the next generation, people coming up. Now, maybe you didn't grow up in the church, but this has long been a way of helping people understand the relationship we want them to understand with God. God is a male figure.
But God has nothing to do with our laws and our courts.
Oh, you can't do that. You cannot separate the deepest issue in our heart from our laws. You can't do that.
Well, I can, but you don't have to.
I'm talking about what you can't ask people to take their deepest beliefs out of what they think laws should represent. Of course, that's always going to become an issue in making a law.
Well, get over it, because there are lots of different religions, and not every religion can have its say about what the law does.
I totally support you in that, absolutely.
So then why should we privilege Christian belief on this issue over any other?
Because the redefining of the word isn't necessary. To give
No, that has nothing to do with my question. Why privilege Christian belief over any other religion, as far as what influence it has over law?
Well, you see, I don't see this as privileging Christian.
Well, you're giving it the power to keep things the way they were.
I see it as an unnecessary assault on Christian belief.
An assault on Christian
So why are you doing that?
To give other people the rights that they should have as citizens.
Give them all the rights, spare none. Give them every right available.
But not that word.
Not the title.
Not that word.
Because
You're too hung up on semantics.
No,